Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have some teams for you, 3 teams to be exact. We have the Faction Assault team, a high-level team for the World event, and a no Mythic, no Legendary, no Dawnbringer team for you low-level players out there on the World event. So, let's get into it. Alright, here is the Faction Assault team. I did not put much footage in because you guys have seen this team a million times. It's a triple finesse Nimbus bow. It'll get you all the way to 500 if you need it to. And if it doesn't, you can use High King Iron Gut, Vash Dagon. Well, the order would be like Mountain Crusher, Angry Mob, High King Iron Gut, Vash Dagon. If you have any trouble with triple finesse Nimbus bow, which can at least make it to 400 pretty easily. You might start having trouble. All you got to do is keep casting your Nimbus bow to build your stats. But if you feel like you're having trouble, just switch to High King Iron Gut. That would be my advice for the Faction Assault. And here we go with our first team. This is a different team. I decided to go a different route. Even it might not be a better route. I just thought it was more interesting than 2 Yao Guis. I do like the 2 Yao Gui team I used yesterday. So if you want to see a whole other team, make sure you check out the video from yesterday where I used 2 Yao Guis and a Siren. Was working really well, and I think it's just as good as this one. Maybe better, or maybe not. Who knows? But I was messing around with these Akalaran Leech and Zeradar and Jar of Eyes here. And it was working kind of good. I was like surprised. I was like, wow, this is no one. I bet you no one else thought of this team. So it uses skulls and spell damage. So it's using both things off the metal, which I think is kind of interesting to do when you can. Since we have access to skull and spell damage this week, why not try to use both of them on the same team? So we have Ocularan Leech there in the first slot. Takes attack from their first enemy, steals it, and explodes. Then Zeradar transforms yellow to skulls and does damage to 2 enemies. So we have 2 of those. So early on it'll wipe as long as you cast both of your Zeradars. Or you can just take some skulls. And then if you happen to lose any troops deep, you can cast your Jar of Eyes and get another same troop back, an All-Seeing Eye troop. So maybe you'll get your troop right back, or maybe you'll get a different troop. Doesn't really matter. You can just keep casting your Jar of Eyes if you keep losing troops. And I'm pretty deep in right now, and I haven't lost any battles at all. The furthest I got down, I think, was like I had 1 Zeradar and a Jar of Eyes, but my Jar of Eyes was up. I casted it. I got an All-Seeing Eyes troop. I got it up again. I had a full team in no time. So, is it the fastest thing ever deep? No, but I don't think anything is going to be the fastest thing ever deep when you don't have 3 medals in the event. So, it's early on Tuesday. I don't have a lot of medals. I think I have 1 medal and 1 badge here if I'm lucky. So, doing what I can. And I just thought this was interesting, that I'm using spell damage and skulls for a medal that is skull damage and spell damage. So, I thought that was pretty cool. The Ocularan Leech steals attacks so they don't hit you as hard. Plus, we're entangling. I don't know. It was a little bit clunky because I was entangling their first troop when I really wanted to steal their attack. But it was also like a little safety net, and all you gotta do is try to maybe take some mana for your Jar of Eyes and your Zeradar instead of your Ocularan Leech at first. And then, I don't know. But yeah, Ocularan Leech, another option if you don't want to use Siren for like the only mana generators in this whole restriction, pretty much. If you're not going to use a weapon as the mana generator, like EOE or something. The only other mana generators for this whole restriction, pretty much. I mean, there's a couple like exploders that are weak exploders that do weak damage and stuff like that, but I would say are Ocularan Leech and Siren. So seem to be popping up on all the teams I'm using. But that was pretty fun. You just gotta look for your alignment. Make sure you summon when you need to summon and all that good stuff. And Jar of Eyes comes from the All-Seeing Eyes faction, so you can go get that down there. Well, you can't really just get it right now, but you should already have it. It's a really good weapon. Anyway, here is the no challenge. We have no Mythic, no Legendary, no Dawnbringer. You know, we're really super deep, so I think early on this team would wreck, but you know, it's super deep and it's still working. That's all I want to show in these videos. So if I had used this yesterday when I first started the event, Lasher would probably one-shot everything on the other side, and if not, the other one would finish it up. So early on, I think this will work really good, and later on, it's still working. That's what I'm showing here. So it might take a few shots, but it still works. So I got EOE, Lasher, Siren. Siren starts empowered. Make sure you have her fully traded. Try to cast on some sort of green or brown troop over there. If not, then purple. Yeah, get up your EOE and your Lashers. Make sure you cast your EOE on something that's not already entangled and whatnot. That way you can have a couple of their troops entangled so they don't skull you to death. Take skulls when you got them, and cast Lasher when you got them. It's pretty simple. EOE is kind of there for mana generation and to help protect you from skull damage and spell damage by casting on certain troops on their team to keep them all bound up with every single status effect. And then Siren's there to get you up faster and do a little bit of damage. She's not the most reliable mana generator, so I don't know. You could also try Ocularian Leech with this team if you want. Yeah, she's not the most reliable, but when she works good. Like if I cast it on that first enemy there and got a bunch of green, that would be it working good. But if it does red, then that's it not working good, you know? Because it just chooses a mana color of the enemy, and it's like, dang, if it chooses the wrong one, you're kind of screwed. But the scoring for this, and the class, and okay, so the banner would be some sort of double green brown, right, for this team, and for the first team, it's a double yellow. What was it? Double yellow. I don't know. Double yellow something. You guys know your banners, right? And for that second team there, it was a double green. I can't remember. Double green blue, I think, because I was getting up Jar of Eyes. In class, whatever you want, but this team here, I would use like a Titan or a Greenstorm team or a class. And for the second one there, I was using Barbarian just because I was leveling it up. But you can always use Titan. You can use the Greenstorm or the Duststorm or whatever you want to do. And Titan's always a good one for these events. But yeah, the scoring is pretty simple. You just go in rarity order. Except for on the Legendary, for some reason, Chief Stronghorn is worth more than Hydra. So that's all you need to remember. Go by rarity order. Except for on Legendary, Chief Stronghorn's worth more than Hydra. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, probably for some Soulforge troop team like Yao Gui. Peace.